The Minecraft Nautilus is an extremely interesting underwater mob with many secrets. In this video, I'll be showing you all about the Minecraft Nautilus and why it's actually way cooler than you think. So first, let's start with how to find the Nautilus. The Nautilus is found in basically any ocean biome as a common mob, but slightly more commonly in colder ocean biomes like the frozen ocean. Upon discovery of one of these little guys, they will pretty much ignore you and go about their merry way. But if you decide to attack them, they actually do retaliate with a sudden dash attack, which they will repeatedly do until you get far enough away from them. Yeah, this guy isn't like the other cute ocean mobs. But instead of attacking, if you decide to be friendly and feed it a few pufferfish, you can actually tame the Nautilus, which allows you to do a bunch of cool stuff. First of all, you can actually ride the Nautilus if you equip it with a saddle, making it basically an underwater horse. Now, a lot of people say, oh, this thing is super slow. I mean, it's even slower than a boat. Well, there's actually a lot more benefits that come with the Nautilus. First of all, even though the Nautilus is slightly slower than a boat, using the Nautilus's dash every couple of seconds by holding the jump key allows you to travel much faster, and is extremely useful for escaping danger quick or just getting around places. Not to mention, if you're using this guy on the surface like a boat, you are doing it completely wrong, because Nautili will give you the breath of the Nautilus status effect when you're riding them, which completely stops you from losing air bubbles or drowning at all. Before Nautili, this type of thing was only achievable with potions or conduits, which are really hard to get and make and had either a time or distance limit to them. But now, hopping on a Nautilus just gives you infinite breathing, and it's just a complete game changer for underwater exploration. But before you go charging into battles on your underwater stallion, do remember that the Nautilus has a very fragile health bar, which you do need to take into account. This is why there's a few things you can do. First, you can breed 2 tame Nautili with pufferfish to create a baby Nautilus and create multiple babies. That way, you will never run out of these guys. But if you're someone who gets overly attached to their pets and always needs to name them, like I do, then Nautilus armor is a great asset. Just like horse armor, it is uncraftable and is only found in underwater structures. It is pretty rare, especially diamond Nautilus armor, which only has a 1.1% chance of spawning in one of these chests. But it's definitely worth it and makes the Nautilus much more durable and less stressful to use overall. You also want to make sure the Nautilus doesn't actually end up on land, as it can suffocate and die without water. They can actually end up beaching themselves by accident too, due to the nature of their dash attack. So if you're keeping a pet Nautilus, you want to make sure to have a wall or some sort of barrier that doesn't allow it to actually come to the surface. But possibly the most interesting and useful aspect of the Nautilus is its zombie variant. Zombie Nautili only spawn rarely in the ocean, being ridden by drowned mobs with tridents. It has 2 variants, the temperate zombie Nautilus in colder ocean biomes and the coral zombie Nautilus in warm oceans, which has a slightly more colorful design. Upon meeting one of these zombie Nautilus jockeys, it can be quite the battle. Although the zombie Nautilus itself isn't actually a threat unless you hit it, the drowned with the trident that's riding it becomes 10 times more annoying and faster, making it tough to deal with unless you maneuver properly or have solid armor. On top of that, to actually get the zombie Nautilus by itself, you need to just kill the drowned and not accidentally hit the Nautilus, which can be quite tough. Once you actually have one of these guys though, they have a bunch more interesting stuff to them. First of all, just like a regular Nautilus, you can tame them by feeding them pufferfish, and you can equip them with a saddle and ride them. The best part though is that although the mechanics are the same, the zombie Nautilus actually moves faster underwater than a regular Nautilus, turning it into one of, if not the best underwater travel method in terms of speed and convenience. The only downside to the zombie Nautilus is that even though regular Nautili can already suffocate on land, the zombie Nautilus, just like other undead mobs, will actually burn while on land or in sunlight. In that sense, leaving a zombie Nautilus by itself would basically be straight up fatal. Just like regular Nautili, the zombie Nautilus can also wear armor, which protects its health bar, and just like other undead mobs, wearing armor on land actually allows the Nautilus to live perfectly fine. They don't suffocate since they're already undead and zombies, and since Nautilus armor doesn't actually have any durability, the zombie Nautilus's armor will not break like other undead mobs armor does under sunlight. So here we have a Nautilus variant who you can genuinely just keep on land and travel faster with compared to the regular Nautilus, which is why the zombie variant is much cooler in my opinion. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please consider dropping a like and a sub, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.